Jiri Prochazka, the first gay UFC champion, wants a third fight with Alex Pereira, even though he's 0-2 against him, 0-2 by knockout. But after his fight with Jamahal Hill last weekend at UFC 311, he called for the third fight. First of all, are you sure, buddy? Not he's sure, but are we sure? Do we want to see that? I mean, it's kind of hard to sell that after he lost twice to him by definitive fashion. And after his weight came out, I think there should be another plan in hand for the. I don't remember his nickname, but yeah. So the weight, the what the fuck is this even called? The fight night weights. Yes. Well, they California releases it, and Yuri weighed in 208.2, and he fights at 205, which means he did not even I mean, he pretty much did not even cut weight. That's like he weighed in, didn't eat breakfast, and didn't drink water, just weighed in. And he only gained 3.7 pounds on fight day. In reference, where is it? Rainier de Ritter, a middleweight, 185, weighed in at 212. Now that's impossible to calculate the math, but I think that's like 5 pounds. He weighed 5 pounds heavier on fight night than Yuri, and he's a weight class below. So first off, respect to Yuri. Not a weight bully. Secondly, I really think he should consider dropping down to middleweight. Now here is some proof that he has talked about it in the past. I'm sure a lot of you guys know because there has been reports about it um, last year as well.
There was some talk about that at one
Yes.
point. Have you
Yeah,
thought?
he's on the JRE. They're talking about. They're not talking about Yuri's uh, interview with Megan O'Leary about wanting to show his fucking pistolero to his friends. He's talking about him dropping down the middleweight.
Thought about that? I know there was some talk about that at one
Yes.
point in time.
Yes, I thought about that, but the main thing for me is right now I see the way in light heavyweight because I'm this one of the strongest guy in this division, and I still feel like there is a way in light heavyweight. And I said to myself like, okay, you can go to the middleweight, but first show the consistency in light heavyweight. Take a belt, then you can, with the belt from light heavyweight, you can fight for the belt for middleweight in the middleweight.
To be a double champion. Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, so he says he wants to show the consistency. He wants to take back the belt. Let's be honest, guys. I know we're all Yuri fans. Do we really want to see the third fight with Pereira and Yuri? No, we don't. Does UFC want to do that? Mm, I doubt it. I don't. Maybe. I don't know. But if we're looking at Brandon Royval, he's 0-2 with Pantoja, and they're giving him murderer's row. He beat Moreno on 2 weeks' notice, beat undefeated Tetsuro Taira. You would think he gets another shot. Now he has to fight Manel Cap. And he wasn't even promised he's going to get the title fight if he wins that. Max Holloway, he had to. What did he do? To get the third fight with Volk. Hey, we can look at his history right here. He had to beat Yair and Calvin. Is that it? Yeah. And then they're like, all right, we have no one else. But here's the problem. At light heavyweight, I don't think that's the issue. They do have contenders As we all know, Ankalaev and Pereira are going to fight. There's Blachowicz and Carlos Olberg are scheduled to fight soon. I don't know when exactly, but soon. Khalil Roundtree looked great. He's going to probably, I would assume they're going to rebook him and Jamahal Hill. And then there's Krylov and Dominic Reyes got matched up. So they do have contenders. It's not like in Max Holloway and Volkanovski's case in that division, where there was no one for Volk to fight. It had to be Max for the third one, even though they're at 0-2. So I know Yuri's a huge star, much bigger than like Royval, who can't get the third shot. But I don't know. It's going to be tough to sell. I mean, unless he gets like 2 more fights and he just blows them away. Not literally blow, but like fucks them up. Not literally fuck, but oh shit. You know what I mean? Just destroys them. And then yeah, you have to give him the third shot. But I think not only me, but Drikas thinks maybe he should drop down to middleweight. He says here, after hearing the news, Duplessis, this is about news that year he's thinking about going down to middleweight. Duplessis told blah 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 that Prochazka should drop to middleweight. He said Prochazka is too small. He needs to make the move down to middleweight. I saw Prochazka's weight at the UFC Performance Institute, and I think he's too small for light heavyweight. He walks around lighter than I do. So there's a bunch of middleweights bigger than Yuri. I mean, Yuri can wait for the belt. I don't think it's ever a good idea to wait for something. I think you need to earn it. And yeah, he can probably win 2 more and get the fight. But why not drop down to middleweight? Here's a problem though. There's Kamzat, Duplessis, and Strickland. They fight. What if they go 1-1? What happens if Izzy wins next weekend? There's Imavov, or if Imavov wins, Kyle Biles in the mix. So they have a lot of contenders at middleweight. So I kind of just what's it called? Disproved my whole theory. I don't know. Yuri's in a tough spot to be honest. I don't like guys. Well, I would say cutting a lot of weight, but Yuri doesn't even cut weight. But because he's not even like a small guy for the division, it doesn't seem like it. He doesn't really get. You never see him getting overpowered or anything. I mean, he was able to scramble with Glover, and Glover cuts a shit ton of weight. So I don't think he needs to move down, but I think if the idea does present itself, I think he should definitely capitalize. Here's a video of him.
You only weighed 208 pounds.
You don't.
When you walked into the cage.
I thought I will do my best when I will go to the sauna night before the weigh-in and spend there. And again, I switched myself in the sauna and I was there like for 2 hours.
Oh no!
Not just. The fun is, the second day after that, and I didn't drink anything after the sauna. And next day morning, I went to the control weight, and then I have, I don't know how it is in the libras, 91 kilograms. I'm fighting in 93
Right.
and half, and I was 2.5 kilogram under my weight.
So it's like 200 pounds.
So yeah. I was the only one guy who was in row to the weighed in, and I tried to hide myself before other guys. And
So basically, he cut 5 extra pounds. No, 6 extra pounds than he needed to. If it's that easy to cut down to 205, you know, 185 is a good option. But to conclude this video, so hard to talk. I have like AIDS on my tongue, so it's really hard to talk. So I'm sorry. But to conclude this video, I don't know what. Yuri's in a tricky position. He's 0-2 with the champ. He probably has to pray that Pereira either wins and then goes up to heavyweight permanently with Ankalaev. I mean, if he loses Ankalaev, he probably gets an immediate shot. So, or he has to just wait out for Pereira to get old and retire. He is old. He's like 37. So Yuri's probably gonna have to play the waiting game, to be honest. Or like what Holloway did, just beat everyone around him. I'm thinking about why Whitaker didn't get the third shot with Izzy. I'm trying to think. They gave him a really hard matchup with Kamzat. They gave him Costa, Aliskerov. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so he had lost, so he took a dive, but yeah, what do you guys think though? What should Yuri do? Should he just fight at light heavyweight and hope it eventually sorts itself out and he gets another shot? Or should he try and drop down even though there's a lot of options at middleweight?